The breaking news.
Hello everyone and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Liverpool talks for Marc Guehi deal expected. Imminently, Liverpool defensive shakeup underway as Quansah nears exit. Liverpool are actively exploring options to bolster their central defense, with Jarell Quansah expected to depart this summer. A generational shift is clearly underway at the back. The young English defender has struggled to meet the high expectations placed upon him, and the club appears to have decided that further development is necessary before he can challenge for a regular place in the first team. A return to Merseyside remains a possibility down the line, however. Reports suggest that a buyback clause will be included in Quansah's anticipated transfer to Bayer Leverkusen, though the move is not yet officially complete. If all goes as planned, Liverpool could re-sign him in the future if he makes the expected progress abroad. In the immediate term, though, Liverpool need a ready-made replacement, and it appears they've identified their ideal candidate. Liverpool lead race for Crystal Palace star Marc Guehi. According to the Mirror, Liverpool are stepping up their pursuit of Crystal Palace captain Marc Guehi as their next defensive reinforcement. Liverpool's summer spending spree looks set to continue as they close in on a move for Marc Guehi. The Crystal Palace defender has been linked with numerous elite clubs after making it clear he won't renew his contract at Selhurst Park, which has just 1 year remaining. Liverpool are now in pole position, with discussions between the parties expected to take place within the next 24 hours. Although Crystal Palace have reportedly set Guehi's price tag at around £70 million, they acknowledge that this valuation may be unrealistic given his contract situation. Still, they're holding out for offers exceeding $40 million. A deal around the $50 million mark could be a major coup for Liverpool, especially if Quansah is sold for £30 million plus £5 million in performance-related bonuses. Essentially, for an additional £15 million, Liverpool would be upgrading to an established England international who also qualifies as a homegrown player under Premier League rules. Although Guehi might initially be viewed as a third-choice centre-back, there's a real possibility he could displace Ibrahima Konate and partner Virgil van Dijk in the heart of Liverpool's defence. At a club like Liverpool, the opportunity to claim a regular starting role is there for the taking, and Guehi has the talent to seize it. Liverpool edging closer to dream signing of Alexander Isak. Meanwhile, Liverpool's pursuit of attacking reinforcements has taken an intriguing twist. Reports suggest they could be moving closer to a deal for Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak, thanks in part to developments involving Harvey Elliott. Isak is understood to be Liverpool's top offensive target this summer, with sporting director Richard Hughes reportedly a huge admirer. The Swedish striker has proven himself among the Premier League's elite over the past 2 seasons and fits Liverpool's ambitions perfectly. However, Newcastle are unlikely to part ways with Isak easily. They recognize his value and are expected to resist all but the most substantial offers. But there may be a way forward. According to TBR Football, Newcastle have also entered the race for Harvey Elliott. Liverpool are said to be seeking close to £50 million for the midfielder, who has impressed at the Under-21 European Championships. Given Newcastle's ongoing battle with the Premier League's Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, a player plus cash swap deal could be a viable solution. For example, Liverpool could offer $100 million plus Elliott in exchange for Isak. If Newcastle are genuinely interested in Elliott, such a package could appeal to them, especially considering Elliott's growing reputation and youth. This potential deal wouldn't just help Newcastle comply with financial rules. It would also bring in a highly rated, homegrown talent who is already on their radar. And from Liverpool's perspective, they would be landing one of the Premier League's most dynamic forwards. Although still speculative, Newcastle's interest in Elliott nudges the door open. No party has yet ruled out the possibility of a transfer for Isak, which keeps the scenario very much alive. And what a prospect it would be. Imagining Alexander Isak leading the line for Liverpool alongside Florian Wirtz and Mohamed Salah, while being supplied by Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong from the flanks. It's a tantalizing vision of Liverpool's future attack. Harvey Elliott's time at Liverpool may be nearing its end, Despite his status as a fan favorite and boyhood supporter of the club, Harvey Elliott's Liverpool journey may soon come to a close.
Manchester United's goalkeeping dilemma. Is Martinez the right call? For Manchester United, the potential signing of Emiliano Martinez presents a classic dilemma. On one hand, they'd be acquiring a proven winner, a goalkeeper with both Premier League pedigree and a World Cup medal to his name. On the other, they'd be moving on from a substantial recent investment in Andre Onana and paying a hefty fee for a player who, at 32, represents more of a short-term fix than a long-term solution. Whether this transfer makes sense depends entirely on United's ambitions. If the goal is immediate improvement and securing top-level experience, then Martinez could be an ideal addition. But if the club is focused on building for the future through youth development and long-term planning, then this move might feel misaligned. What's undeniable is that Martinez would bring quality, experience, and a winning mentality to Old Trafford. The real question is whether those traits justify the $40 million fee and the potential instability that could come from changing goalkeepers yet again. As supporters, all we can do is wait and see how the situation unfolds. Transfer windows are unpredictable, and this Martinez saga could end up being one of the defining stories of the summer. Will the World Cup winner be donning United red next season? Time will tell, but one thing's for certain. Even if he spends the first 3 matches watching from the stands due to suspension, his arrival would make for a dramatic start to the campaign. The summer window is always a cocktail of anticipation and uncertainty, and the Martinez story has both in abundance. Whether you're optimistic or skeptical about this potential deal, it's certainly got the football world talking. And in football, buzz often precedes big moves. Could Marco Carnesecchi solve United's goalkeeping woes? It's no secret that Manchester United's current goalkeeping situation has raised concerns. While the club has already made strides in strengthening its attack by landing players like Matheus Cunha and pursuing Bryan Mbeumo, many fans are still asking the more pressing question: when will United fix the issues between the sticks? The answer might be emerging from Italy, where 24-year-old Marco Carnesecchi has reportedly caught the attention of United's recruitment team. But is he really the answer to United's problems? And more importantly, is he worth the sizable fee being discussed? The reality at Old Trafford, a position in crisis. Let's be honest, United's goalkeeping situation has been far from convincing. Andre Onana was brought in with great expectations, but his first couple of seasons have been marred by high-profile mistakes. Whether it's poor decision-making, questionable distribution, or simple handling errors, his inconsistency has shaken fan confidence. Backup keeper Altay Bayındır hasn't fared much better in his limited appearances, leaving United in the unenviable position of lacking a dependable option in goal, something no top-tier club can afford. The defensive stats reflect the problem. While the defenders shoulder some of the blame, there's no denying that goalkeeping blunders have directly contributed to dropped points. When a goalkeeper is regularly involved in goals conceded, it drains the confidence of the entire team. Who is Marco Carnesecchi? So who exactly is Marco Carnesecchi, and why is he creating such a buzz? He's currently playing for Atalanta, one of Serie A's most exciting sides. Carnesecchi is not just another young prospect. He's someone who has proven himself at the top level. Last season, he featured in 44 matches as Atalanta secured a third-place finish and booked a spot in next year's Champions League. That's no small feat, considering the competitive nature of Italian football. What sets Carnesecchi apart is his elite shot-stopping ability. His former coach, Gianpiero Gasperini, praised his knack for producing game-changing saves, the kind of moments United fans have been missing. At a time when many modern keepers are celebrated for their passing, Carnesecchi brings a more traditional strength. He's better with his hands than his feet, and sometimes that's exactly what a team needs. Why Italian experts think United is the perfect fit. Across Italy, there's a sense that a move to Manchester United would be perfect for Carnesecchi. 3 respected voices in Italian football have publicly backed the transfer, and their reasoning is hard to ignore. Former midfielder Massimo Orlando, who played for both Fiorentina and AC Milan, summed it up when he said, "How can you say no to Manchester United?" He acknowledged United's recent struggles, but also pointed out that it's hard to imagine things getting worse. and United remains a massive opportunity for any player. Even in difficult times, United's global appeal remains unmatched. Matheus Cunha turned down other English clubs to sign for United, and Brian Mbeumo appears to